Welcome back. Time to turn the light on Navy men's soccer. Terrific start for the boys from the fall. It's carried over into the spring right now, sitting with a record of 4-0, and certainly awaiting how the postseason is going to set up. It certainly looks as if the Mids are angling that way. Toni Adewole joins us right now to talk about things. And Tony, for you all as a team, what a weird year. You know, you play a couple of high-level teams in the fall, then that momentum comes to an end. How did you all recapture it in time here in the spring to get off to a pretty solid start here right now and to be 4-0 on the dual fall spring sports campaign?
So it's actually not even just practicing solely in the spring. We've been working on this for quite some time now. We've had 100 plus practices throughout the year. We haven't taken kind of days off or months off in the sense, because we have a mission. We all have a mission as a team. We all know that in order to accomplish that mission, we have to put in the work. And on the field, whether that be during the period that we couldn't train at school, we just knew we all had to put in the work. And luckily and thankfully, we got to where we are right now, undefeated, but we want to keep that going for sure.
How difficult was it individually to keep yourself in some semblance of condition during the ROM period that you all went through?
It was definitely difficult because you're isolated, and obviously that's a tough time for anybody, really, just to be isolated in your room. But luckily I have one of the teammates as a roommate. So in Bramlett, the goalkeeper, my goalkeeper is my roommate. So we got to go out and do stuff on our own, so I got lucky, but it was tough. But then you kind of have to look inside and be like, okay, why am I truly doing this? And then you think about the boys that you're doing it for, the guys that you're playing behind, those tackles that you kind of like you always want to help your brother is how we look at it. So we don't ever want to see somebody lacking and not help them. Like, it's just how we are. And we knew that, okay, if we all want to get to where we want to get, we have to put in the work, and nobody can slack. Like, if we all have a part in this team, whether you play, whether you don't play. So that's just kind of how we kept our motivation and the drive, kind of hunger and grit. So,
Tony, I guess the next biggest question is, what have you all been so successful at in keeping your roommate less busy back there, as you all have done a solid job of keeping the shots down per contest right now against Ian in goal?
We know our back line is like a heartbeat. So we take a lot of pride in our back line. Like, we know, starting with our center backs, Todd Collins and Matt Nacita, we have big time center backs, even left back, Sidney Ferris, freshman, still stepping up to the plate and still putting in the work. We all just kind of are in the same wave, in that when you get scored on, it's not just, oh, they scored a goal. It's more like they scored a goal on us, specifically the back line. So we know and hate how that feels. So we do whatever we can to restrict that from happening. And if Ian doesn't get a shot on game the whole game, that's an ideal goal that we have. But yeah, we want to essentially just keep all the balls away from Ian. Have him an easy day if we can.
Do you all feel it in the room every day, even when you go out to practice, that you all, are doing something that's a little more than just winning here, that you feel like you've got that kind of chemistry with an opportunity to do something special, even with the truncated season that you all have had with the starts and the stops, and yet you're still finding some of your better foot out there on the pitch?
So we just been, with the whole truncated season and all of that, we just really been wanting to play. This has been going on for about 2 years now. We know we have the talent and we put in the work, and we just want people to kind of see how good we are, really. We could play, and we want people to know that we can play. So that pretty much sums it up. I mean,
you come from a family with terrific athletes in it. What is it like to be able to share this type of success, and obviously Division I soccer success with the members of your family, with brothers and sisters who are very accomplished themselves?
It's very nice. Like, my brother directly above me plays in Arizona, and we always talk my family always talks, my siblings, my brother was my biggest critique when I was growing up and playing. After every game, I would get the positives, the few positives, and then a lot of negatives. So he just kind of helped me. He critiqued my game, and then just kind of opened me up to the whole, like, the IQ, getting the soccer IQ, and just better understanding the game. So I always thank him, and he always tracks our games, and like we always just talk, and it's just a good time because they can relate to like what I'm saying. If I had a frustrating day, for example, they know exactly how I feel. They're all defenders, so they know exactly how it feels to get scored on as well. So yeah, it's nice having that fall back to.
As a guy that obviously has a goal this season and a couple of goals in your career, how do you that knowing when to push up in the play and when you may have to stay back and show a little more responsibility? Where's that defining line for you as you try to know when to push up and when you might have to stay back and avoid a counter?
I'd say it's mainly based on decision making and the tactics of the other team. If I see kind of a higher winger that's just staying high and wide, I kind of tend to stay a little bit more defensively because I want to I want to mitigate the risk that could happen. And I don't really want to leave Tyler Collins or one of my other defenders or anyone really isolated just one-on-one in our half. So I try and restrict that. And if I see space open that I could take up, then I take what's given to me and do what I can.
Tony, great stuff. Appreciate you taking some time for us. More importantly, best of luck to you and your teammates as you all try to finish the job here in the spring with Navy men's soccer. Congratulations and best of luck the rest of the campaign.
Thank you.